Hey everyone, it's Natalie. I'm not feeling that well. I've had a migraine for literally 2 weeks because of my spine issues. I have calmed down and I want to apologize for the last two videos. I'm really sorry. I'm just so saddened about everything that's going on in this world. And it had really nothing to do with my channel, right? It gave you nothing but maybe upset you. And I'm gonna take those videos down. I'm sorry, I'm about to cry. I'm trying not to. So today we're gonna talk just frankly about just everything. When you're dealing with someone that is a coward, like your husband or your wife who won't stand up for you, it's a really hard situation to be in. But the thing is that if you go on arguing with them and constantly pointing things out and constantly talking about the subject of their narcissistic mother and stuff like that, what it's going to do is ruin your marriage. That's what it's going to do. Because although these things are ruining your marriage, you constantly bickering about it and pointing every little thing out is destroying your marriage too. So not only are you letting the narcissist destroy your marriage, but you're also allowing yourself, you are destroying your marriage. And so is your husband or wife, whoever it is, your spouse. And so what I can suggest is that you don't nitpick at every single thing. You find the big issues and you address them. And if you have a supportive partner, and it sounds like a lot of you don't, some of you do, actually a lot of you do, it's going to take time for your partner to come around. And unfortunately, if you're dealing with the golden child, they'll probably never come around. That's a problem. And you're going to have to make some really hard decisions if you want to stay in a situation where you're treated like that. And the other thing is, you have to take care of yourself. You have to take care of yourself, your children, whatever it is, your career. Focus on that. And not worry about what a narcissist thinks about you, because it's not important. Like, I worried about it for so long. Oh my God, it consumed me. It was my life. Like, I was a nut job over what was going on because I knew the truth. And it was so frustrating that my husband couldn't see the truth because he's been brainwashed. And it took me decades to get him to where he is now. And it is frustrating. But at the same time, because you love this person, you've dedicated time, effort, love, maybe even financial security to this person, you want to stay in it. You want to find a way to work through it. And there are ways to work through it. But it takes you. It takes you to work through those problems, your issues. Yes, they're the issues of the narcissist. And it is making it your issue, your problem. So you know what you do? You stop making it your problem. You stop caring what they have to say. You stop caring about what they tell people. Who cares? And I'm sorry, I'm overwhelmed with emotion, but at the same time, I wish I would have figured this out a long time ago. Those people don't matter. It's like this. You know, you get these little groups in high school and you think, oh my God, they're my best friend. We hang out every day. I'm going to know them forever. They're going to be in my life forever. And maybe some of them are, but most aren't, or none of them are. And none of them matter. And none of them talk to you. And none of them see you. And you haven't seen these people in years. They live in different states. They live in wherever, right? They have their own life. That's how you have to start treating your life. The narcissist has their own life. You have your own life. Their life has nothing to do with your life. So you treat it as that. So if you had a old high school friend, right, that you used to hang out with, and you heard that maybe through the grapevine that they said something about you, and you hadn't seen this person for like 20 to 40 years, right? Would you let that person bother you? Or you'd say, I don't even know that person. Like, they're making up stuff. They're saying stuff that's not true. And the thing is, the reason why they're saying that is because maybe they see you on Facebook or social media living a good life. And so they have to put you down, bring you down because they're down. That's it. The narcissist is bringing you down because they're down. Because they wish they were you. I really, honestly, and I hate to even say this because this does sound narcissistic. I think God, I hate to say this, and I'm sorry, I apologize. I think my godmother is so jealous of my beauty that she hates me to her core because she is not attractive, and she never has been. And not only with that my appearance, my heart is what gets to her the most. My heart. The way I care and love. The things I do. I took care of a special needs dog for 11 years. I'm a special needs assistant teacher. And before that, I had my own business taking care of special needs children. And she never recognized that. She never talked about it. She never, nothing. And other family members, because they knew what I did, would be like, wow, that's amazing. You have a great daughter-in-law. Like, she's really helping these special needs children. She has a special needs dog. I donate wheelchairs to special needs animals. I provide donations and health care to animals free of charge. I do all these things, right? And I'm not trying to brag. Like, I'm literally telling you, she knows all this, and she hates me for it. So think about the things that are in your life that you do that because you're a good person. These are the reasons why your mother-in-law hates you and resents you and wishes she was you. This is why she tries to convince her son to get away from you because you're a good person. Instead of loving you and saying, oh my God, I got a great daughter-in-law or son-in-law, whatever it is, they envy you. And they don't want you in their face showing how great you are because it makes them look bad. It makes them look bad. And so then they're not the queen anymore, right? That's on my shirt. They're not the queen anymore. You are. Or the king, whatever. You are. And they know it. They've been demoted. And they don't like it. They don't like they've been demoted. That's why they try to act authoritarian. Because they try to act like they are above you. And because you're a good person and you do good things and you're kind and considerate and loving, and they're not, it gets under their skin. And that is why they literally switch places with you. When they meet you and they figure you out, they start acting like you, start dressing like you, start doing things that you do. And then they turn around and say that who they are is you, that awful person. They take your character. They're good actors. They're good pretenders. They really are. They have this thing about them that They are jealous of the fact that that you are young, and they're jealous of that, and that they're getting older. And I think the fact that they go around smearing you to people to make you look bad because you are a good person and you do good things in life is trying to make them look good. But anyone with common sense would know that anyone that goes around gossiping is actually a horrible person. Because, if you have like a coworker or a friend or a family member that's always gossiping about someone, how do you feel about that person? Do you think they're great? Do you think they're nosy? Do you think they like to start crap? Do you think they're drama driven? Yeah. Are they good people? Are those description? Does that describe a good person? No, doesn't. And because you don't go around doing that, eventually the narcissist exposes themselves. And that's what I always teach, is that you have to stand out of the way to allow the narcissist to expose themselves. Because if you go around and try to expose the narcissist, you will look like the bad guy, and the narcissist will win. You stay in character. You keep doing you. You keep being the good person, and you just live your life. You let the narcissist live their life, say what they want, do what they want, whatever it is, and you live your life not caring. Yes, you do have to maybe see them, but you know what? When you get back home, that's it. That's the end of it. You live your life. You don't worry about what they're saying in their home about you. Because your home is your sanctuary. Your family, your friends, the people that surround you, that love you, that care for you, that know you, your true heart. Those are the people that you want around, that you care about. You shouldn't, when you leave the narcissist's house, and you get in that car, it's done with. You move on. You move forward. You don't care. You stop caring. Because while you're in their presence, they're going to do underhanded things. They're going to send messages to you secretly that people don't realize, underhandedly, but you know it's directed to you. And it upsets you. But this is the thing. That is the goal. So you can't let it upset you. And it's hard to learn self-control when it comes to that. Because it took me a long time to get to the point where when she was saying passive-aggressive things towards me, or saying smart aleck things, that other people really didn't know that there was a background story to what she was saying. I used to let it get to me, but then I figured out that's what she was trying to do. And when I stopped letting that happen and started reacting like, if she would say something passive aggressive, I would laugh. Or like, oh yeah, okay, yeah. All fake. And that's the thing. It gets under their nerves when you act like that. When you're like, yeah, okay, yeah, sure, whatever, no problem. Because, like, some people like that really say that, like, oh, okay, yeah, that's no problem. That's truly heartfelt. Like, oh, no, that's no worries. But if you exaggerate it and you're, like, comedic about it, it, like, eats at them. Because they know they didn't get to you. So you do these things. You do things that are not going to let the narcissist know that they got to you. So you're using reverse psychology on the narcissist to make sure that they know that you know what they're doing. Because we've already figured out. You found my channel. You figured it out. Some people never figure it out. They're not smart enough to figure it out, or they just go along with it to make everyone happy because they're people pleasers. I'm not doing that. I am a people pleaser to the right people, but I'm not a people pleaser to the wrong people with evil intentions. So you start doing things that let the narcissist know, you didn't get one over on me, honey bunny. And when she says or does something that you do not like, you say, honey, it's time to go. Or what you can do, you can literally tell that person, that was super rude and inappropriate to say. That hurt my feelings. I don't know why you said that. That was really passive aggressive. And you call them out on it on the spot in front of everybody. Everybody. You have to do reverse psychology. You have to beat them at their own game. This is a game to them. Okay? You have to understand that they are trying to get you triggered. They are trying to get you to step out of character to say to everyone that is you, when it's not. Because then they say they are you. That they are the good person. That fake crying and all the bullshit crap that they do is because of you. But it's really because of them and their actions. They're crying not because of you and what you said or done. They're crying because of what they've done. Excuse my anger. I went through it for 22 years. I'm angry still to this day. And I've gotten better. And I don't know why I'm angry today. I don't. I think the anger stays and it comes and goes. He's not here. He went to Bass Pro Shop. He went to Bass Pro. He'll be back. I'll let him know you came by. All right, bye, Bobby. Sorry, that's my little he's my adopted son. Came over for my son to play. Anyway, I don't think the anger really ever, I think you do suppress the anger. I'm just I don't edit any of my videos. None of my videos have ever been edited. I just speak from the heart. And so whenever I'm sitting here talking to you, I'm also thinking. So sometimes I'm wrong. Most of the time I'm right, I hope. But sometimes I'm wrong. And when I'm wrong, I like when people call me out on it because then I can correct it. But I think we hold on to that anger. I just think over time you become less angry because you figure out ways to defeat them. And you also try to avoid them. So the anger does go down. But the best thing to do is to avoid these people. And when they're asking you to go out to eat and stuff, you just say, no, I'm busy with the kids. I can't do this and that, whatever it is. And if you go to their house and they're doing stuff like that, call them out. I'm telling you, it works. And they will stop that crap. The reason why they haven't stopped it is because you haven't had the courage to call them out yet. But when you start calling them out on their misbehaviors calm down. Trust me. I know. I've done it. Been there, done that. And when she had the nerve tell me that I couldn't have a second glass of wine, my God, I wanted to slap her. She gave me this much wine, right? Wasn't even and it was in a huge cup, so it really wasn't a lot of wine. And my husband had to sneak me the wine. And I looked at her and I said, well, I am over the age of 21, and I do believe that I'm allowed to have alcohol. And she goes, no, you've had enough. And I said, no, well, that's pretty sad, because maybe I'll just go to the bar afterwards. shut up. She be quiet. Because you know what? I'm a grown woman. I can drink. I can get drunk if I want, as long as I don't get behind the wheel or my son is around. Telling me I can't have a glass of wine. Well, you better believe I told her I was over the age of 21 and I can drink as much as I want as long as I wasn't driving, which I wasn't. And my husband gives me his wine when she walks off because I embarrassed her. She walked off when she walked. That's the reason why, like I told this story before. Her and her husband got up together after I said that because they wouldn't talk. I don't know what they said. I didn't really tell the full story on why my husband snuck me the wine and why his parents left. But it's because I said that. Because I said, well, I'm over the age of 21. You filled everyone else's cups up. You really didn't give me a lot. She goes, well, I just don't think you know how to handle alcohol. You gave me literally, like, I think it was like a quarter of a cup. Like, if you were to measure a quarter of a cup, I think not even a quarter, like a fourth, right? Like, barely anything. And then filled everyone else's up, like, more than halfway. And she gave me like this much. Because she says I'm mentally unstable. That's why she did it. And after I told her, I said, well, I think I'm 21. I can have more wine. Because they popped the second bottle and then served everyone else but me. So they had one bottle and then served. So I called her out. And then her and her husband got up, acting like they had to go do something. But I know she went in there and fake cried. I don't care. I called her out. And I started doing that. And she shut up. She calmed down. When I got fed up and I finally, after I had my kid, I was like, I ain't doing this no more. Nuh-uh, honey. Nope. You ain't messing with me no more. I'm going to call you out. And when she came to my door after I asked her 3 times to stop showing up at my house uninvited with a pizza, and she brought her husband, I shut that door and told her to get out of my house. She brought her husband there on purpose to show me out of character and say that was my character. When I was upset because I had already asked her to stop coming to my house without calling. You call these people out. And then the next day I went over there because she invited us for dinner because she knew I was pissed. And I didn't want to go to dinner. My husband made me go. She's just acting normal. That was it. Acting normal, like nothing. She was fine, polite, everything after I called her out. Start calling these people out. That's what you got to do. You have to, but do it in a nice way. Do it in a sincere way and do it in a nice way. Be like, hey, like, that was super rude. And I didn't appreciate you being passive aggressive towards me. And I know your intentions, and I don't think that was really nice. And I think it might be time for me to leave if you feel the need to say things like that to me. Because I have been nothing but courteous, kind, and, well, you know, just being a good daughter or son-in-law to you. And I thought we had great conversations and a great time, and you say stuff like this at the end or at the beginning, whenever it is, or in the middle. It's usually right at the end when they start acting up. It's not at the beginning. At the beginning, they act all nice and courteous and happy to see you and all this stuff. It's during that time that you're there, and it's mainly almost like right at the end when they start acting like that. It could be like the whole time, but usually it's like right in the middle to the end when they start doing stupid stuff. And you have to call them out. And once you start calling them out on their BS, regardless if your husband gets mad or your wife gets mad at you for doing so, they crossed a boundary. When somebody crosses a boundary, you are responsible for telling that person they crossed a boundary. You. And if it hurts the other person's feelings, it is not your fault. Okay, it's not your fault because they crossed a boundary. It's the other person's fault. Why do people think in this world, when people cross boundaries, it is rude and inconsiderate to call the person out on crossing your boundary? It's not. They're the rude ones. They're the ones that crossed the boundary. You didn't cross that boundary. Oh my God, it's 25 minutes and I'm going off. I'm so sorry about those 2 videos, guys. And you know what? I made a really good point to YouTube about, the and the terrorist having YouTube channels with comments and monetization and TikTok, but yet they took my comments away. They've taken my likes away. They've taken probably over 500 subscribers away from me. They always take likes away. That's why my likes are so low. Like, I'll look at a like and it'll be like, I don't know, 56. The next day, it'll be 24. They do it all the time. And then they always demonetize and you have to go fight to monetize. Just because, like, if I were to say the word ABUSE, I can't say it. There's a trick. And someone taught me this. If you say it, that word, not spell it, you just say the word. You have to wait 30 seconds before you can say that word again. Or you'll be demonetized. But yet we have all these, like, I don't know if I should say it. We have all these kind of like weird people on YouTube teaching kids weird things, inappropriate things that could ruin their lives. And they don't get demonetized. Their comments don't get removed. And they are being ABUSC. Sorry, I said C, but ABU, you know what I mean. And misleading. And narcissistic. And they have a cult following. They're cult leaders. Like Dylan Mulvaney. Teaching all those. We got a lot of weird people on YouTube that are doing things and teaching children some really bad things. And they are narcissists. And they think they are 100% right. And they're not. They're evil. They have evil intentions. And it's scary. Anyway, why am I talking about this? I shouldn't talk about this. Okay, I gotta go. Peace, love, harmony. See you guys later. Bye.